What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. Our week 2 game is in the books, man. We are officially 1-1 because the Green Bay Packers pretty much took belt to ass. On all 3 levels, 4 levels of the game, 4 facets of the game, 4 phases of the game, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk about it. Alright, man, y'all already know how we do, man. Before we get started, man, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, man, and also click that bell so you can be notified when your boy Simba drops a video about our Commanders and we can, have some good conversation about it. Alright, man, Packers pretty much beat us 27-18. I really don't like that score because the game should have been a lot closer due to the field goal kicker. I will not mention his name, nor I will mention his number in this video because at the end of the day, he should no longer be a Washington Commander. I'm just going to say it. Say what you want. I don't think he should be a part of this team no more. A lot of people think that we should give him one more chance. And I'm sorry, man. Hey, at the end of the day, I've said this even going back to last season. When you are playing against good football teams, which we have a lot of them this year, and you got how the game went, and we're gonna break it down: offense, defense, what I'm saying, special teams, what I didn't like. I'm starting off with the special teams because I want to get that off my chest first. When you are playing a tough football team like the Green Bay Packers, shout out to them, they did what they were supposed to do, and you get within that field goal range, or anytime you can get across the 50 and you can get points, you got to capitalize on, even if it was a bad drive and we got down there by some miraculous way, we got down there. Debo had an amazing kick return. We got down there. Yeah, the offense got stalled out, and we didn't go for it. And we kicked 2 field goals that we should have very well had. That's 6 points off the board. Y'all do the math, man. Y'all definitely do the math. Y'all do the math, man. I'm just a little upset because I do take a lot of value in our kickers, and we haven't had a consistent kicker. I mean, last year was a little bit better. I will say that. Last year we had a good enough kicker to where, we could, send them out there confidently and walk away with field goals. But man, that's 24 points, man, if y'all look at that, man. And then, like, if your defense do, muscle up and like when the score's closer, and I'm not saying that they need any extra motivation to play tough-nosed defense or to get a stop, but like and then oh my God, you can, we can muscle up and try to get another drive where we can go down the field and get another field goal and tie the ball game up and go into overtime. I do like the physicality. I do like that we did not quit. Now, did the physicality match up with the play? Nah, it didn't, because let's just go ahead and break down to it. I took my notes. I got my first half notes here. And we're going to start off with Marshon Lattimore. The boy got, he did not look like the old all-pro Marshon Lattimore. And you have games like that. But I do think from a schematic point, I don't understand why Joe Witt kept leaving or having, Marshon or Trey or Mike Sanders stick with the motion guy instead of just rolling the coverage over, pushing the coverage over. We only seen it one time in the game where Mike Sanders still was playing the outside. Marshon Lattimore, man, motioned over, and you heard Mike, and you saw Mike signal, stay inside, stay with Golden. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this outside guy. And it, like, why does it take to the third quarter for us to be able to get a stop like that, or to pick up how we need to communicate on the back end? I'm not going to put it all on Joe Witt, but if you see guys ain't, they not communicating well, give me somebody else. I mean, I get it. Yeah, hey, if you're not going to do what I need you to do and you're going to make me look bad and I called the right play and you supposed to know how to communicate and you're not communicating, y'all not talking, hey, I'm even calling the timeout, and this is why Joe Witt ass need to be on that goddamn sideline and up in that goddamn booth, so that Bammers can see and hear him on the sideline, and you can have that not on the helmet. Yeah, I mean, granted, if the call comes down, he gets anybody on the helmet. Yeah, I mean on a headset. Yeah, you gotta pay attention, right? You should be able to pick up what he's telling everybody and relay the message. Simple as that, right? But that didn't happen. So, all right, we're gonna stick with the defense. I think the defense definitely has some moments where we stopped the offense from moving the ball down the field, but they had what, 3 drive, I believe, where they walked the ball down the field from like the 4-yard line. Trust Wade, amazing punting job, but it's like the defense just couldn't get off the field. The tight end, Kraft, Musgrave, these guys ate. Look, Tucker Kraft, 6 catches, 124 yards, 1 TD. And I'm going to go into that big 59-yard reception he had. And we had a guy that's he's not a coverage linebacker no more. I think that time is over with. Is he a solidified run-stopping linebacker? Hell yeah. Bobby Wagner is what we need to, have a great chance of stopping the run as a linebacker. But coverage schemes, zone schemes, man, we should not be having this guy. We should have him doing something else, like blitzing, or not. Yeah, he's not it. He's not that cover guy no more. I don't know if it was a missed call. It looked like Jordan McGee. He went out to the flats. I don't know who had the seam route, but it looked like it was Bobby Wagner. So I'm putting it on Bobby Wagner. If it's not him, I'll take y'all. Let me know in the comment section. I mean, if y'all know the call, it ain't like y'all knew the call. But anywho, I definitely didn't like the way that play went. And then it's just like, yo, we kept getting beat on out routes. Everything that they ran, it was a motion out. They motioned from the short side of the field to the wide side of the field and ran out routes, or they ran double crosses. Like, they ran across the field. Quan Martin got beat by a tight end, and he playing 20 yards off the ball. How can you get faked out by a tight end running across your face, bro? You run like a 4-4, 4-5. If he goes across your face, break on the ball. Simple as that. Man, come on, bro. That kind of blew me. And then you got beat with an out route. That's 15, 20 yards. Our DBs did not come up to play, man. Mike Sanders still got cooked. And that's another thing. We're going to talk about this play real quick. And this is where the scheme and knowing where you at on the field kind of matters. They were on the right side hash. They was on the right hash, which put, I think it was it was Doubs. Doubs on outside the numbers. If you know football, any receiver that lines up outside the numbers, where are they going? Their route tree is very, very limited. If you are lined up out there, he's really running a fade or he's running a comeback. He's running a comeback. That's it. But if you turn your butt to the sideline and use the sideline as your defender, as your second defender, now all he get the best option, the best route, which is what he ran. He ran a stagger, bow, got him to jump outside and ran a quick slant. That was like I'm looking at it. I'm like, I see why he got beat, because he felt for an outside move that he shouldn't be falling for. Mike, you shouldn't be falling for that type of route or that type of, double move. And I know it's easier said than done. I'm just a nigga that just give y'all content. But this is just me looking on the side, looking at the game, and I know he probably know that, damn, I shouldn't have bit on that jab stab. I shouldn't have bit on that jab. I should have stayed inside and used the sideline as my second defender. And if they did throw a back shoulder fade, if they throw a jump ball, Slim, he's the same height as you. So I don't understand. It's like all these things that was playing in my mind. It's just like, come on, bro. You got to know down the distance. You got to know where you at on the field. Y'all was outside the numbers. There's not many routes a receiver can run outside them numbers. They even coming inside, they running, or they coming back hard. They stopping and they coming back towards the quarterback. Or they running a deep route. But how many people you see run deep routes from outside the numbers? Not saying that it can't happen, but it's not something normally that you would see from a receiver. And that's just me. But anywho, man, that kind of, Will Hurst had a bad game. I got called a spade. He was getting barbecue chicken by Kraft. And that one play where Kraft ran outside. Again, I'm not sure if the call came down to where he was supposed to jam to give I think that was Mike Sanders still that was on the back end. Some time to dissect the route or to be ready for the route or just throw him off of his route and then kick outside. But bruh, you got beat outside tremendously. Like, Kraft didn't get touched. And it's like, man, it's like the third down and shorts, we we played back. Like, I don't understand what that sticky defense that we was coverage that we had just wasn't there, man. Marshawn had 2 penalties. He did, but I do give him credit. I'll give him the little bit of credit that he showed. He got pushed off on that Heath catch. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can. It was some phantom calls not being made against us. You know what I'm saying? For us. Did we lose the penalty battle? I don't think we did. I think they had more penalties than us, but this is like the ones that you really needed to kind of stall the drive. It's like they didn't go called. It was like it was bad. But the linebacker play, the running, stopping the run, we did pretty good at that. What Jacobs had 23 carries, under 4. If you hold a premier running back like Jacobs under 4, averaging 4, I mean, we round up, it is 4, but 84 yards, that's not bad. That's a good. You did good. We did good on the run defense side. If I had to say so myself. But it was just like, it was moments where they walked the ball down the field and we looked horrible. We definitely got to clean that up. It is what it is. All right, let's move on to the offense. Jaden Daniels didn't look too well. Looked like he was, taking a major beating back there. 22 for 42, 200 yards rushing. 200 yards throwing. My bad. 2 TDs. He was sacked 4 times. If you look at that rushing, man, that's where we lost the game at. From an offensive perspective, we could not get the run going. No way. JD has 7 carries and only has 17 rushing yards. They did a great job at containing him and making sure that a linebacker was there or a safety was there when he broke the pocket. I don't know why Ja'Cory only had 4 carries. That bothered me, especially when he's averaging 4.3, man. You got to find a way to give him the ball. And that leads me into, real quick, we're going to go back to the defense. Joe Witt has to understand when the pass rush isn't getting it, because Jordan Love was sitting back that jump just, I got time for these routes to develop on the back end. We saw the most success from our defense when we started blitzing. And it's like, Joe Witt, bro, you got to know how to adapt way quicker than you did. You didn't start blitzing until, the beginning of the 4th quarter? Late 3rd, beginning of the 4th quarter, probably midway through the 4th, you started blitzing, putting pressure on them. It's like, bro, you see your DBs are not holding up on the back end. You got to send one of those linebackers or a safety. And when we started putting pressure on Jordan Love, it was bad throws. It was, he had to hurry up and get, and that's been Jordan Love. Like, anybody that knows Jordan Love, when you put pressure on him, and it's any quarterback, you put pressure on him, look at JD. The passes ain't getting there as accurately. All the power behind the throws aren't there. And we saw that with JD. They bought pressure. Yeah, they bought it with their internal D-line. They bought it with their D-line, but they sent linebackers too and got pressure on JD. And JD on that job, just trying to throw off his back foot. And that's not good quarterback mechanics. Joe Witt, you got to do better, bruh. If you realize that you are not getting pressure, start blitzing more, man. Like, and that still allows you to play press coverage. What Marshawn was doing, and when he said that Green Bay was motioning that kind of not allowed them to press, that's true. But guess what? If you start putting pressure on them route development routes that they was running wouldn't be there, because you're getting, it's 5 blockers and you're sending an extra man. Hey, at that point, if I'm going to lose a game, I'm going to lose the game by at least switching it up and trying something different. I would start sending more than they can block. That's just me. All right, back to the offense. Cliff Kingsbury, my guy. I don't like the play call. And it looked like we took the same play call sheet that we had against New York, and we brought it out against the Green Bay Packers, who has a way better rush, who has a way better, and they scheme was, we're going to get pressure with our front 7, and we're going to play everything up tight. We're going to play everything short and distance, because we expect our pass rush to get there. And we know that JD gonna have to get the ball out quick. They was on every route, like they was there on comebacks, out routes. We couldn't run no slants. I didn't see no slants. I only saw one double move, and that was by, I think, did Terry run that double move on that deep play? I don't know if it was a double move. Noah Brown ran a double move, and I'm like, why do you got him running a double move? They playing single high. They playing single coverage over there. Throw Terry over there. Why you didn't put Terry over there and run that double move with him? I don't know, man. I don't understand Cliff Kingsbury play calling. I didn't like it. The run was it's not like, yeah, you could say they stopped that run. We only had 19 carries. Shout out to Austin Eckler, man. Prayers up to him. Hopefully he can, it definitely did look like he tore his Achilles. Those non-contact injuries, you hate to see it. But, you know what I'm saying? When Ja'Cory got in the game, it's like we did not run the ball. We put McNichols in the game. I don't understand. Like, y'all rave so much about this guy, Bill, and I like him. I'm buying into him. But y'all don't even start the game with him. What are y'all holding him back for? Sometimes you got to unleash the young kids, man, the young guys that's hungry. And he runs like he's hungry. When he got in the game, the 2 or 3 runs that he had looked like he was hungry to run that motherfucker. So why are we not putting him back out in the game? Why is he coming off the field? I'm sorry. Yes, do he got to get better as a receiving back? Yes, he does. Not knocking that. But that leads me to say, why are we running a spread offense where we already got a chip? We got to chip the DNs because they was barbecuing the whole offensive line. I'm not giving nobody a good grade, offense and defense. The grade's going to come out after I finish this. But nobody gets a good grade. I'm sorry. The O-line, Laramie Tunsil, he got beat. Brandon Coleman got beat. Biotish, he had an okay, decent game, but a lot of the pressure was coming from the outside outside. And is y'all can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong about this. And this is not no Madden shit. This is just me talking football with my pops who study the game of offense a lot. If they're getting an aggressive pass rush, what do you do? Because you can't just say, oh, we're going to stick to what we've been running that we ran last week and break it into this week. No, you gotta start calling a different offense. And what's the way that you start slowing up the pass rush? Yes, it's getting the ball out quick. Not denying that. But we did hold up a little bit. It was some routes that JD, yes, he missed. It was some open players, looking at a couple of reviews that I've seen on Twitter and them guys showing the Skyview footage. And there was some guys that JD missed. And again, like I said, I'm not giving him a good grade either. He played bad. And it's okay. It's only week 2. I'm not expecting the guys to play, perfect football every week. But this game specifically is what I'm speaking on. I'm not speaking on him as an entire player. I'm not speaking on Cliff Kingsbury as an entire play caller. I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm not saying none of that. But Thursday night, everybody was garbage. The coaching, the place, the game plan, the players, everybody was garbage. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody can walk away and say, hey, we did good at this. Yes, there were moments. We had good moments. But from an overall game schematic and how we played, we looked sluggish. We looked like we wasn't ready to play. The offense looked sluggish. JD looked sluggish. I didn't see no energy from nobody on the offense. It doesn't look like we wasn't prepared, man. I don't know if this the short weeks that kind of just fuck us over because it happened against the Philadelphia Eagles, man. We was not prepared. We did not look like we was ready to play up in Philly. And it looked like we did the same thing in Lambeau. It looked like we was not ready to play a short week game against a good-ass team. It just didn't look like that way. But it is what it is. But back to Cliff Kingsbury, bro. It's like, all right, now we talk about the pass rush. Yes, they was getting it. They was getting pressure on JD. And that's understandable. They got a nice pass rush. Micah Parsons is, man, Slim, shout out to Micah, bro. Like that, we already knew this. We already knew who Micah was. We already knew that he was going to attack Josh Connolly Jr. We knew that. So what do you do, Cliff? And in my humble opinion, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, and what we did not see. We saw a spread offense, and we rarely saw bunch sets. We rarely saw a tight formation where you got all your receivers lined up tight to the line. That's how you cause commotion. You know how Zach Ertz got open? He felt like he was blocking and he was breaking across the line. He got stuck and guess what? The linebacker lost sight of him and he ended up leaking out and getting open. That's what you got to do. You got to start running rub routes. You got to start running pick plays. And I don't see that I did not see that in our offense. I'm not saying that's not something that we can do, but you just don't see it. You don't see it in our offense where we have those drag routes coming. Like Terry McLaurin running a drag route with a pick coming on the backside. Noah Brown, come sit down. Open up and free up Terry McLaurin. Simple as that. That's how you start. That's how you start slowing up the aggressive pass rush that they was bringing on. Because guess what? Now that they start doing that, I guarantee you that defensive coordinator gonna say, all right, now we need to drop back into a little bit of a zone because they moving the ball on us. No pick routes. I didn't see a pick route at all. Trips on one side, butt style. You have one going taking the safety away. You have one running outside, and you got one running inside off of it. Simple football. And then you got the running back leaking out in the backfield. I live with that. But you causing commotion when you're running guys off. You have Debo line up on the outside. You have him stagger, waiting to the inside guy run at that corner, and you have him come right underneath of it. Simple football. You gotta find ways to free up your receivers. And putting Terry McLaurin on the fucking left side majority of the game is something we cannot do, bruh. It was very vanilla. Like, it's like that same shit we saw last year when we saw him go on a drought and he wasn't getting no targets or nothing like that. JD likes throwing the ball to the right side of the field. Who don't know that by now? He liked going to the right side of the field. So why not put your best receivers over there? Come on, Cliff. Come on, Cliff. I'm not saying Terry didn't move. There was times that he did line up on the right-hand side, but you got to keep his ass over there. The motions, why we not running the same motions? Why we not running quick outs or quick speed outs with Debo, with Terry, the $30 million kid? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we got to do a much better job at running the ball, man. Get Bill in there. As we move forward, man, I know we got Donovan Edwards on the practice squad. We probably lost Eckler for the year. We got C-Rod on the practice squad as well. We got two running backs. I know everybody's a little questioning, like, what we going to do in the backfield. It's not like Austin Eckler was out here running for 100 plus or he was receiving for 100 plus. It's not like he was that dominant as a running back. Shout out to him, not taking nothing away from him. I appreciate his veteran play, but it's not like he was like doing major numbers for us. And I'm just calling a spade a spade. So, Bill, I need to see more Bill. I don't know why we playing McNichols. I really don't. I don't know if it's because he's a better blocking running back. I don't know. But C-Rod, get these guys in motion, man. Get C-Rod suited up. I'd rather us bench McNichols and bring up Donovan Edwards. Let's go. Let's go. Guy played for an NFL quarterback an NFL coach, a former NFL coach who's now back with the Chargers. He know how to run the ball. Get him out there. Get him out there. Suit him up. C-Rod, Donovan Edwards, and Lil Bill. That was my running backs. And then you guys still got Debo and you got Jaden Daniels. That's 5 running backs. We good. If I had to give everybody a grade from top to bottom, and we're gonna start with the coaching, and offense and totality and its overall F. We played bad, bro. I can't give nobody a passing grade. F, man. F all the way down. F for the defense. I'm not gonna do that to the defense. I'm not gonna give them an F. I give them a D. I give them a D because the 3 drives where they allowed the team to walk down I can't go higher than a D. But I give them a D. Special teams. I'm a split special teams. Great punting by Tress Way. Horrible kicking by Matt Gay. Oh, I said his name. God damn. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to go take a shot or something for that. But Matt Gay, I don't see how he stays on the team. I did read one of the guys that tweeted out. I just don't see nothing happening with him. I think we give him one more chance. I don't understand, like, looking at our schedule, how we can give a guy one more chance when he's shown you. And like, you got to start understanding some people for who they are. Matt Gay is just not a consistent kicker, especially anything 50 yards out. 50 plus, he kicks everything to the left side. And the fact that he kicks everything to the left side, everything drifts to the left side. I mean, the second one did go to the right. I'm not going to take... And that's even better. He kicked the first one to the left. Then he come back and kick the fucking Jones far to the right. Nigga, you cannot kick down the middle? Why is you on our team, bro? We need a field goal kicker, bro. We need somebody that we can put up there and consistently knock down field goals, bro. We just do, man. I don't know what's going on with AP and them when it comes to that side of the football. I mean, to that part of the game, that facet of the game. But we need a field goal kicker. I don't like us. You know, It's 20. I mean, yes, it's not enough to win the game. I'm not saying, because again, I want to reference by saying this. That wasn't going to win us the game, but that makes the game a lot more closer. That makes guys still be on edge. That makes guys still tune in and lock in and say, hey, man, we got to get a stop. We got to get our offense back on the field. We got a chance to tie this game up, potentially, or score. 23. I think it was 24 points. We down by 3. And we had those 6 points, man. We need to find a kicker. We need to find a kicker. Whatever the scouts are doing, Gold Stars, scouting some Bama's out. I don't care if it's. Go get my guy Blankenship. I know he ain't having. he wasn't making kicks with the Colts either. But go get us a kicker, man. Everybody, the special team. I give Tressway a A+. I give him an A. So that's a passing grade. I give him an A because he punted the hell out of the ball. I give him an A. Matt Gay F. And we got to do better, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. Hopefully Cliff Kingsbury is up in his office right now, dialing up some diabolical, play schemes. And hopefully we can mix it up a little bit because we got the Oakland Raiders up next. They got a decent pass rush too. Y'all let me know in the comments, man, what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, baby. Raise hell, I'm out of here.